This comes from our photo department, our Pixels gallery. There's always a couple every week staring at the photos. And one couple turns to the other and says, "Hey, honey, how do we know which photo was ours?" Probably because your face is in it. That's how you know. Number 9, Carnival stopped this a few years ago, but you are hearing it from me, we are bringing this back. I don't know when, but it's coming back very, very soon. But we used to get asked, number 9, what time is the midnight buffet? Who wants the midnight buffet back? Who wants it back? Yes. All right. Let's eat more. All right, it's coming back. It will. I don't know when, but it will be coming back. Number 8. This is asked every single cruise. Number 8. Do these elevators take me to the front of the ship? You know the glass elevators in the front? That's what people think. Wouldn't that be cool? And he passed away, but wouldn't that be cool if we had Wonka-vators on this ship? Yeah! All right. Anyways, number 7. Now, our first-time cruisers might not understand this one right away because they might not know about all the different things in the ports, so I'll explain. Number 7. A lady booked a cruise to Nassau. She was very disappointed that there were no tours to the Kennedy Space Center. Let me explain that to those of you who are not laughing. You can get on a ship and we can take you to Nassau, Bahamas, which is a port like Freeport, Grand Cayman, Nassau, Bahamas. And then there's Nassau, which is in Florida, which is where Cape Canaveral is. You know, never mind. If I have to explain it, never mind. Kennedy Space Center. Number 6 was asked today. I didn't put it on this list as an extra because it's always asked, but it was asked today. Number 6. What do you do with the ice carvings once melted? Yes, every week. Now, if you're in here, no disrespect to you, but there was an old guy who asked this today because my host, whose job it is to do the ice carving today, she called me. This is exactly what she said. This old man asked. She told him, we are a green company. We believe in recycling. We scoop up all the ice and we put it in the ice vending machines on the Lido. He went, oh, and just walked away like that. Number 5 was my first time ever on a ship as a cruise director. I was on the Carnival Pride out of Baltimore. Now, here's what happened. A lady called guest services complaining, I'm going to say a bad word, bitching. She was screaming. I paid a lot of money for this sea view cabin. So, me, hotel director, guest services, went up to this lady. She's in a penthouse suite. She's complaining about the view. Now, let me explain first. We did not leave the dock yet. We were still docked in right there, tied up to the ship, tied up to the port. She screams and points out the window. I paid a lot of money for a sea view cabin, and all I have is a view of this damn parking lot. I'm not making that up. So remember, this is my first time as a cruise director, and the hotel director turns to me and goes, "You got this?" Okay, I'll take this. So I turned to her and I said, "Ma'am, I apologize. I know she's a penthouse suite. You paid a lot of money for this. I can see she's an older woman by herself. I got an idea. I promise I'll take care of this. But we have to do our mandatory safety briefing. So let me do the safety briefing where everybody will go to their muster stations. And then once we do that and set sail, I personally promise I will take care." So she said, "Okay." We leave the cabin, we start laughing and talking about her. Okay, anyway, we get down, bing bong, go to your muster station, general alarm, blah, blah, blah. We set sail. We're about 25 minutes out of the port of Baltimore, out in the middle of the water. She calls guest services, sure as you know what. She says, "Tell Eric, the cruise director, this is the best view I've ever had." True story. Number 5. No, that was number 5. Number 4 comes from our spa. How small does your face have to be for the mini facial? Okay, hey, by the way, from the spa, we got a question to ask this week. It's on my little stick-up note. It will be on this next week. If you're in here No disrespect, but it was asked this week. I can't wait to meet you. Somebody this week called the spa and said, hi, how much for the teeth whitening special? The manager says $149. The guest said, I have 2 teeth missing. Do I get a discount? Are you here? Smile!
It's awesome.
Never mind. All right. Number 3, some of our professional cruisers, you might remember this. We stopped it though. What did we used to leave on your pillow?
The chocolate.
A little chocolate mint. We stopped this. Carnival stopped it, I guess, to save millions. Like the airline took an olive out of their drink or the stout, they saved millions. But this was the number 1 question by our first-time cruisers, and it's number 3. Why do the cabin stewards keep leaving packets of butter on my pillow? I don't understand. Number 2, do the waiters and busboys live on board? That is the dumbest. That's almost as dumb as the ship ever seen. I used to tell people, the good ones, the good bartenders and busboys, they're jet skiing in the back of the ship like those are the good ones. And we send the other ones home. All right. We got one more, but before we get to the number 1, I've got one more that was asked this week on my stick-up list here. And if you're in here again, no disrespect, I gotta share this with you. It was the first day of the cruise. I mean, this is crazy. First day of the cruise, we're in Miami. There was a guest who called guest services, complaining that 2 of his TV channels, his favorite channels, went off. So, the audiovisual department went the next day in the afternoon to check it. It was fine. That evening, he called again, complaining that his 2 channels went out. The next day, they went back. It was fine. It took 4 days. What was the, not Cozumel, but the port before that? Where were we? Belize. So it was Belize. He called in the afternoon. Then we went up in the evening, that evening, to check it out. And yes, we figured out, it took almost 4 or 5 days to figure out. The 2 channels that were his favorite were channel 19 and 20, which was the front of the ship and the Lido cam. It gets dark at night. Think about that one. And my boss didn't want me telling this because it makes the audiovisual department look a little crazy, but it took us 5 days to figure that one out there. All right. I want to know who you are if you're out here. All right. We got one more I'm going to ask, and this one is, not, I think, is not maybe the most stupid, but it's the most asked by our first-time cruisers. First-timers, make some noise again. First-timers, come on, come on. Don't be afraid. You are coming back, so now you'll know. This is the number 1 question ever asked by a first-time cruiser. Can I get a drum roll, please, on the table? The number 1 top 10 most stupidest question ever asked is, what religion are the people with the patches behind their ears? Number 1. I always tell them they're Apache Indians. That's what I tell people. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves